So we'll start like we always start, which is with the quote of the night. And the quote of the night tonight, now, this time, is always remember that you are absolutely unique, just like everyone else. And that's from Margaret Mead. And I've seen this quote before. It was actually in my possibilities list because I have a list of things I've used and a list of things I like, and then a list of things that are too long to use for my Twitch notification, which is where usually these quotes go, before I cut this part out and then make a video out of it. So if people are interested in like my little anecdotes and stories and stuff and quotes that are tied to those anecdotes and stories, they can watch those separately if they're not interested in any of the streaming content, like the rest of it. But I've looked at it and I like this quote, and I think some people might take it as a negative, or like, I don't know. I feel like it's a misunderstood, it could be a misunderstood quote, maybe not. But I always liked this idea just because you are unique. Everyone is, but everyone is. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. But the reason I picked it, besides the fact that I just like it, and I kind of like the idea of you're special, but keep it humble, that kind of thing that goes along with this quote. I'm actually starting 2 new series on my YouTube for the new year. I'm not a big fan of New Year's resolutions or the new year being the time to make all these big changes. I'm not a fan of that, mostly because I feel like I don't like hard and fast, like tomorrow is going to be the better version of me and I'm going to do all these things and I'm going to revamp my whole, mind, body, soul to become this new me. Because that's not how change happens for me. My change has been gradual. This year has been proof of that. I've gone very slowly. I still don't exercise enough. I still don't drink enough water. I still don't clean, my house as frequently as I should. There's still things I'm just not doing, but I'm doing things better and more consistently, even if it's still inconsistent. I'm more positive about it. I've beat myself up less. And anytime I get into a funky cycle, where I'm just feeling down or feeling crappy or feeling depressed or feeling any of those feelings, I feel like I have not stayed in that mental state for as long as I used to and could. And all of those things point to I'm on the right path. Whether or not other people think that it's enough is really kind of irrelevant. It's my path. So I'm not into resolutions. I'm not into doing big changes at the new year. But it happened to coincide with some ideas that I've had. And one of those ideas, and I've been talking about it a lot here, is redecorating my valley, like the whole game. I'd love for a fully decorated valley, but that starts with one room, one space, one thing, committing to actually going through the process of tearing everything down and rebuilding or whatever it needs to be, deciding and then executing, which are 2 of my biggest hang-ups when it comes to creative pursuits. I overthink like a son of a bitch. And I always find that when I do things, it's usually better, but I will get hung up on overthinking and not ever do things, and then never do the things. And then I'm like, oh, I should have done the things. So now I'm going to do the things, and I'm going to make a series out of it. My plan, and this is not, I'm not committing to things. I'm just saying it out loud because this is what I have hope for, and we'll see how it plays out throughout the year. But I'm hoping to release 1 decorating related video a week for however long it takes me to deal with shit. I don't care that I'm not good at it. I don't care that there are people doing it better than me. I don't care if people look at it and go, why are you even showing us this? This is so basic. Because I know that there are other people that are just like me who either don't decorate, don't show off their stuff, don't, and this is like real life stuff too, where people are like, they have these curated lives where it's not really real, or you have like really good, like people who are fantastic at decorating and have all the money in the world and can just do anything they want at any given time. And most of us are not like that. Most of us struggle through that process or end up with basic things, and all of that is still fine. I want a decorated valley. I want a decorated house. I mean, in real life and in the game, but I'm doing the game. I'm not doing real life stuff. Just to be clear, but I want to do those things. And part of making it a series is to be like, hey, we're in this together. Don't be afraid. Just, you know, put that first chair down, that first rug down, pick out that first wall or whatever, and just go. And maybe it's a solidarity thing. Maybe it's just an accountability for myself thing. Like if I have a commitment for a weekly video, maybe I'll actually get it done. Fingers crossed, right? The other thing I've been talking about a lot, and the second series that I'm going to be working on is dream snaps. I'd really like to get better. Not necessarily, I don't care if I get better at dream snaps, honestly. I really don't. I don't think I'm terrible at dream snaps. I don't think I'm great at it. My aesthetic is certainly not what's popular, and I really don't care because, you know, if that's what's popular and that's what people are doing, then that's fine. I have no shade. Do what you want to do, like what you want to like. I prefer simpler dream snaps, and I prefer creating simpler dream snaps just because A, it's easier for me to just deal with it, and then B, I don't think I'm ever going to be that really unique photographer. I don't know if I'm ever going to have all the really cool ideas, and I certainly am, you know, I don't know if I'm going to take the time to make sure all the fireflies and the fireworks and all that stuff is like perfectly lined up, and the lighting and the sun and the moon and whatever all the things are that could go into a dream snap shot. I'm never going to be that person. And most of us aren't, you know, and that's okay. And if me showing my basic process and my simpler approach to it also like inspires someone or lets them know that, hey, just do it anyway. Who cares? I know there's like all this controversy. I keep seeing things about like people getting robbed for moonstones or tips to do it or whatever. And I'm not going to let any of that motivate. My motivation is not to make thousands of moonstones. Would it be nice? Sure. I'm never sad when I make 4,000 moonstones, ever. I'm never going to be that. But I'm also not going to get mad if I get 300 moonstones and I feel like it was my best dream snaps ever, because a lot of it's the luck of the draw and the voting process. Like I've seen a lot of theories about like all the tags and using more objects and making sure it's all like stuffed with I don't even know if that even helps. I don't think it does. I think it comes down to, you know, whoever you're getting voted against. Like there's two pictures and people pick one, and you know, some people are going to like yours and some people aren't. And sometimes you're going to love what you make, and sometimes you're going to be one of the only ones that loves it. Or maybe the one you're up against is like so much cooler to a broader audience. And honestly, the first time I came across that was I made a necklace. I used to make jewelry to sell, and I made a few necklaces that I absolutely loved, and nobody bought them and nobody liked them. And everyone looked at them like, what the hell is that? And then they would buy stuff that I was like, that's the most generic, boring thing. And it's cute, or maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was just, you know, at the time it was in fashion or whatever. And I was like, man, the ones that I really like, other people don't really like. And I had to come to terms with that being okay. Like, I can like different stuff. And that's kind of how I view the whole Dream Snaps thing. But the series is more about, both series are more about, so what if it's basic? So what if it's simple? So what if I'm an amateur? I'm going to do it anyway because I want to. And if it helps other people or makes you feel better about what you're doing, maybe you're going to look at it and think, wow, that's still awesome. I can't do that. Yes, you can. Or you can do your own version of it, and who cares, you know, but, or you're going to look at it and go, wow, that's not very good. Why are you even putting that on the internet? And it's like, because I want to. And because, you know, we're all unique, just like everyone else, right? So I think if I had to make a resolution, it was just to be like, you know, I feel like authentic self is like getting overused in the moment, but you know, I want to do it because I want to do it, not because I'm worried about the judgment or what someone might say about it or think about it or whatever. Because for all I know, someone will watch it and go, thank you. I needed someone to say it's okay. Because I know I've waited for people to make me feel like it was okay before. And I'm kind of tired of waiting on approval. So anyway, a lot of thoughts, a lot of stuff coming up. My first Dream Snaps process video is coming out tomorrow because I had a holy shit moment of, oh, I want to do that. And it's already the first Dream Snaps of the year, even though I think it starts on Tuesdays. I think that's when it started. You can tell how with it I am. But I was like, I want to make sure that comes out on a Friday. And then I'm like, you haven't set up any like plans for it. You're just like, I want to do this thing. So I spent almost my whole day working on that because it was the first video of like an intentional planned series that's going out on Friday. I have my first decorating video, and if you've been with me before, you will have seen my foyer. So a little sneaky peek there for those who've been here or who might see it tonight. But that's going to come out on Monday. And I've already filmed that. And it was a little bit more complicated because I needed music and I needed voiceover and I needed all these different elements for it. And but I did that like a couple of weeks ago. And then I have my second video that still needs to be processed and all the other, I need to record the voice for it and all this stuff. But I'm hopefully not setting myself up for failure by trying to do 2 new series at once. But I think it'll be okay. And if it's not, well, that's okay too. And we'll see how it goes. I'm feeling very energetic about it, which for me at this point in the year, the fact that I have energy about starting a new project, even if it's like sitting at my computer and doing all this editing and filming and stuff, is almost miraculous to me. So you may not think that's true. You may not think it's worth being this excited about, but you're not me and you're not living my life and you don't have my brain. So, I hope you find what you're looking for if it's not here. Thanks for dropping in. If you want to hang out, I stream live on Twitch and YouTube Thursday evenings and middays on Sunday. I hope you have a lovely day, night, time, wherever you are, whenever you are. I'll see you next time.